Guys, welcome to the Friday Night Live show. Sorry, we had a bit of a delay there, had a bit of a freezing moment. Welcome to the Friday Night Live show. It's going to be an amazing show, man. We have got some amazing guests on today, I tell you. Amazing. We've got Portia Griffin from The Sweet Inspiration. She has worked with some amazing artists out there as well. I'm a little bit nervous actually interviewing her, but you know, she's just an amazing lady, so she's going to be absolutely unbelievable. We've got Mark Andrew, amazing decorated Elvis tribute artist and actor as well. He's an amazing guy as well. You'll love him. We've got Big Al from Big Al's Elvis World, one of our only dedicated venues in Australia, in Sydney, Australia. And we've got Andy King, the winner of the ETA online competition brought to you by Quick Productions and Elvis Presley Enterprises. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we do begin into the interviews, I know we've got a lot of interviews to go. We haven't got any across the world live feeds at the moment, so with our comedy acts. But I do want to make note that if you do want to donate towards a Friday Night Live show, please, you can go on to paypal.me/Friday Night Live show. If you do want to donate, you don't have to, but you know, it's the option is there. It does, every little bit helps for us. But also we have sponsorship packages available as well. So if you do want to advertise on the show, we've got adverts. We can put adverts up for you and so forth as well. So if you do want to advertise, please contact us. So that's the paypal.me/Friday Night Live show. And one of our admin team will get back to you. All right, guys, we are not going to waste any time today. We have got a massive show. We've got 4 guests on today. So I'm not going to muck around today. So I'm going to invite the first person on. But before I do, I'm going to go into a little bit of a snippet of this person. Now, this is beautiful Portia Griffin. This is a little bit of work with her and the Sweet Inspirations. I'm sure you're going to love this. Amazing.
The song Elvis liked and hired us for, a little bit of Sweet Inspiration. If you know it, come on, sing along with us. Put your hands together and let's take the roof off this building. All right. I need your
What a voice, legend. Please welcome Portia Griffin is in the house.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for coming on the show. We're gonna get a round of applause for your studios. Going crazy, they're going mad.
Awesome.
Welcome to the show, Portia. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. It's an honor to have you here. It's just, my heart's beating like this at the moment.
Yours is not the only one.
I'm over the moon that you actually came on the show. So I'm really.
I'm honored to be on your show. Everybody watches it.
Yeah, and what a voice! Oh my God!
Well,
every time I watch that snippet, I just get shivers. Now I'm a massive Angie Stone fan, and I watched you. Massive Angie Stone, and I watched you, and I went, oh man. Angie Stone's got nothing on this girl.
Yes, she do. Come on now.
She is good, yeah. But
yes.
The voice, I thought Angie Stone right there. Just the voice.
She is amazing. I love her. Yeah. I got a chance to do an album with her.
Did you really?
Yes. Wow. The Art of Love and War.
Did you do that one? I've got that album.
Yes, you got to listen to My People. And
I love that song. Yep.
There's another one I did on there. It's been a while, so I'm trying to recall the title. Anyway, there's 2. Just look it up.
Okay, I'm gonna have a look at that. I'm gonna have a look at the credits and have a look at that and listen to them. Definitely.
Oh, it's called The Reasons. You are the reasons I love you.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a read of those. So we're gonna talk because I'd love to get Angie Stone on the show one day. So
I hope you do.
Now, look, let's start from the beginning. Let's go into the interview. Now, in 1979, you moved to LA, your hometown of Pittsburgh. So where did it all begin for you? Like, how old were you? How young were you, should I say, and so forth? Where did it all start?
When I first started singing, I was about 5 years old, singing in church.
Beautiful.
At Nazarene Baptist Church in Pittsburgh, PA.
And that was obviously all your family, everyone went there as well. And
Absolutely, yes.
Fantastic. So when did you realize that you had that voice? You know, I know you were very, very young, but when did you take it up professionally? Like, when did you move forward from there?
It was from there. I knew then, yes, I knew then that this is what I should be doing. I knew then. Some kind of way. I know that sounds like at 5 years old, you knew what. But I just felt like it was for me to do. So
yeah,
I just was in the right places at the right time and let God use me. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And it's just, and you've got an amazing career as well. Amazing career. Now, you've worked with some amazing artists, countless household names in the music industry. So let me just name a few: Joe Cocker, Stevie Wonder, Kenny Rogers, Natalie Cole, Jermaine Jackson, Chaka Khan, Julia Gates, Bobby Brown. I could go on.
Okay.
Angie Stone.
And guess who else I work with?
Who?
Jimmy Barnes.
Have you really?
Yes.
You bought it home.
2 albums with Jimmy Barnes. He is phenomenal.
Wow, yeah, he's an amazing voice, amazing artist.
Yes.
So, like, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Who else have you worked with? Like, tell us. You need to tell us some stories. You need to. How did you receive such an honor with some of these artists? Like Stevie Wonder. Now, he's one of my idols as well.
I love Stevie. Who doesn't? But that was just a blessing. You know, someone called me for the session. So that's how that started. But the way I got in professionally was with a young lady named Lynn Davis, who worked with George Duke.
Yes.
And so we were singing and praising in church in Maranatha in Los Angeles. And I had just been introduced to her through a friend of mine and hers. And she said, "Girl, I really love your voice." And I was like, "I love your voice too. Praise God," you know. And she said, "Well, what are you doing Tuesday?" I said, "I don't know what I'm doing Tuesday." She said, "Would you like to do a session?" And I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Okay, well, the session is going to be produced by George Duke. It's going to be featuring the lead vocal of Jeffrey Osborne. And you, I, and Jeffrey are going to do the backgrounds. And it's for a movie for Richard Pryor. It's a soundtrack to Some Kind of Hero."
Is that right?
That's how it happened. I was 4.5 months pregnant. Yes. I sang through the whole pregnancy. It was a wonderful thing.
So have your kids taken, like, how many kids have you got?
I only have one daughter and one granddaughter. My daughter's name is Tamika and my granddaughter's name is Haley.
Oh, beautiful. Just you soak every moment of that. Yeah.
Yes. I think those are my greatest accomplishments.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So is your daughter taken up singing as well? Does she sing as well?
Well, actually, she can sing, but she doesn't pursue it like I do. Yeah. She's just on another path. Like, she joined the Army and did her service for her country. Yes. Yeah, but she can sing. She can sing. She likes to do it. But I guess that wasn't her calling. Yes.
Got to research that. So, Kenny G, Michael Bolton, Teddy Pendergrass. I'm a big Teddy Pendergrass fan as well.
Yes.
So all these names, like, we're on the show now, and a lot of people will be sitting there going, "Who's Teddy Pendergrass?" You need to look up these names. Guys.
Turn off the light and light a candle.
That's it. See, we've been getting a live show with Portia as well now. Look at that.
Ah, yes.
So what Kenny G albums did you work on? What Stevie Wonder albums?
Stevie Wonder was a soundtrack, The Woman in Red. It was called Love, Light, and Flight.
Yes.
Who else did you just ask me about? His name?
Kenny G, Bobby Brown.
Kenny G was, I think we did a remake. Or was it Fragile? It was one of his albums, but I only did one song with him. It was a group of us. Right. Bobby Brown, I worked on the My Prerogative album, and I also toured.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
In fact, I did a song with him called I Really Love You, Girl, and I was the only one on the backgrounds, just him and I. And after he heard that,
I'm writing it down.
yeah, after he heard that, a couple of years later, he asked me to go on tour. He was doing the American Music Awards version over in Japan.
Yes.
And so we were over there for about a month in 1991. Yeah.
But just some of these artists.
It was great.
Just the history you've got and who you've worked with and so forth. Just amazing. When I was reading through your history and doing some research on you, I was like, every time I was like, Stevie Wonder, Bobby Brown. My jaw was just constantly dropping.
Well, you know,
my nerves were going even more.
I got a lot of that. I got a lot of those breaks because my husband was a second engineer at Kenny Rogers' studio called Lion's Share in Los Angeles. And so many artists recorded up there. So it was like one session led to another.
Beautiful, beautiful. And just, take my hat off to you. Unbelievable. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching the show, we've got a few people on at the moment. People are slowly starting to join. Give us some loves. I want some loves. I want some likes. Give us some. Just keep tapping away. I want as many loves as I can just for this beautiful lady. Now, you joined. There's a beautiful photo of you right there as well.
Woo, woo, woo.
Looking sassy, girl. Looking sassy.
Thank you.
Now, you joined the Sweet Inspirations in 1994.
I sure did.
Lovely. And that was with, tell us a little bit about that when you joined them and so forth.
Okay, so Myrna Smith and I had been friends ever since 82. And we did a lot of session work together. But then one day at a session, she says, I'm thinking about putting my group back together. I said, what group? She said, the Sweet Inspirations. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You're that Myrna Smith? She said, yes.
Okay.
And this was October the 25th, 1994. She said, in fact, come on over to the house. So I went to her house. She showed me all their awards and stuff. And she called Sylvia Shimwell and Estelle Brown on the phone, a three-way call. And she said, Portia, just sing a little bit of Bridge Over Troubled Water, the Aretha Franklin version, and we'll see if we can back you up. I was like, okay. All right.
The nerves are going, yeah.
And it just gelled. And right there on the phone, they said, yes, we want her. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thanks.
So can we ask you to do that same thing you did on the phone? Let's see if you can.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right. When you're all down. Ooh, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part, and if you ever need a friend, just look around, I'm sailing right behind, just like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Woo! I'll be your friend. Yes, I will. I doubt if it was in the right key because I couldn't hit them notes.
You haven't warmed up. I'll put you on the spot there. I've got my hair's standing up. I've got goosebumps. Oh, yeah. That's amazing voice. You were absolutely amazing. Just beautiful.
Thank
now,
you.
there was also a documentary that was done with Sweet Inspirations as well, which was a one.
Yes.
Now was it this time documentary? How did
Yes.
that come about?
That came about because the girls hadn't recorded in about 25 years. They hadn't done a new album. And we met a young man named Peter Angel, and he wanted to produce us and let us get a new album out. And so that's how that came about. Because we did the album, and then the album led into the documentary.
Right, okay, beautiful. And that's obviously a beautiful photo there of yourself and Estelle Brown.
Oh, that's my girl. Yes. Yes.
So do you speak much to Estelle? Do you talk to her much?
Man, yes. Almost every other day.
Yeah, you need to let her know. I also sent her a
You would
message
like
as well.
to do? Would you like to
I
interview
would
her?
Oh,
I'm
please.
going to make sure that happens.
Oh, just my heart is just going again, and we'll get both of you on the show again.
Because in retrospect, she should have been first.
Yeah,
But I'll take my place.
Well, I'll take that. Now, so you joined this week. Now, obviously, the Sweet Inspirations went from there, and then you had Kelly Jones join, which is the 2020 Sweet Inspirations.
Yes, but she actually joined in 2001. At one point, it was her after Sylvia had a stroke. Then Estelle brought us Kelly, and it was the four of us.
Okay.
And then in 2000, it was the four of us before that. So we were doing shows, different places. And then in 2001, I got asked to do about a year concert with the Black Crows. And so since we have four girls, all we needed was 3 to continue for the group to keep working. So I went out on the road with the Crows, and the girls went on and did their thing for that whole year. Yes.
Right. Okay. Beautiful.
Kelly is a master vocalist. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen some of the videos, and I've seen some of the stuff that's I've watched online as well. She's actually
You talk about chills. Woo woo woo. Now that's the one, because she got those high soprano notes. Yes.
Yeah, she's just absolutely amazing. Now you've performed with Cody Ray Slaughter, you've performed with Sean Clush, so I've got a bit of a snippet here. Yourself and Estelle performing with Cody Ray. Ladies, I hope you enjoy this.
All right. Hey.
And now he's Sean Clush. He's one with Sean Clush.
Okay.
Now, I love this segment. I watched this several times. Here we go.
Yes, those guys are like brothers. And I'm talking about amazing vocalists, amazing men.
Yeah. Just Sean's a great guy. Cody Ray, I've had the pleasure of meeting Cody Ray as well. A couple of years ago and hung out with him. He's a great guy as well. So how did it feel? Like, I know you didn't work with Elvis, but obviously you've got the stories that Estelle tell you and the ladies told you as well. But how does it feel working with Estelle that worked with Elvis, and then working with these guys that look like Elvis, act like Elvis, perform like Elvis? How does it feel to do that?
It's great to me because I didn't work with Elvis. You know, they didn't have a problem with it because I guess they felt like the music should go on in any way it could as long as it was done right.
Yeah, that's right.
But we started off when I got in the group with the Elvis the concert.
Okay. Yes.
So I kind of felt like I did work with Elvis because we did over 1,100 shows.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
100 shows?
At least between 96 and 2012 or 13.
Oh.
When it was the original cast. Because mostly everybody was up there actually worked with him, you know, all of TCB, the Stamps, Voice, the Jordanaires. We got a chance to meet all of them. It was an amazing journey.
It's just
And every night, the way they linked it up where Elvis was introducing everybody, and he would look this way and say, ladies and gentlemen, the sweet inspirations, we would get chills. We would get chills. I recall tears flowing the first time.
Wow.
From the ladies, yeah.
Now, besides backing, singing, and being part of the Sweet Inspirations as well, you also have your own album that's been released as well.
Yes, I decided that after doing so many things that God blessed me with, and, you know, doing the backgrounds, because my goal was to work with as many people that I admired if I could. And he certainly made that happen. So I say I was about 59. It took us 4 years to do the album. I'm on Cool Tone Records. This friend of mine named Makoto Horuchi, who is my producer, and also he owns the record label called Cool Tone Records, based in San Francisco. He contacted me after 35 years. I had done an album with him about 35 years prior to that. And he just contacted me out of the blue and said, what are you doing? Are you writing? And I was like, yes. So he asked me to write with him for Sybil Thomas, who was doing an album at the time with him. And he came here to Merritt Island, Florida. And in 3 days, we did 4 songs. She took 3 of them for her album. Then a couple of months later, he calls me to come to San Francisco. And I'm thinking I'm going back, you know, going there to do some more songs for Sybil. He was like, no, let's do an album on you. I was like, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. This is exactly what I need. I got all these, the lyrics and melodies, and all I need is the music. So we went in for 4 years. And I think we did a fantastic job, yes, because I wanted to tell my stories. Everything on that album is a story that actually happened and how I would say it, you know.
And I listened to a few of the songs as well on the album, and that's why I said to you, you know, as soon as I heard it, the first time I heard it, straight away I thought, oh, Angie Stone. Straight away, it's just I compared you to Angie Stone straight away, and Angie Stone's that's pretty high as well, as you know.
I'll take that.
You have an amazing voice. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a bit of a snippet from Portia's video as well. This is a video of a song called "You'll Never Know." This is on her debut album, Portia Faces Life.
Thank you.
You'll never know. You'll never know. You'll never know, baby. You'll never know. There will come a day when you'll be into showing me the way you feel about me. But if you would just make it understood, then you never have to be without me. I want you to be mine. I want you for all time. Our destiny is in our chemistry. The God we serve, the air we breathe, this life that we've been given. It's a gift, baby. You'll never know. You'll never.
All right, now, thank you. And I want to give a shout out to my directors for the videos. We lucked out some kind of way by art school wanting to do my videos as a project. Right, and so they did it for free. And I thought, wow, what an excellent job. So
yeah, they did a very good job.
I want to thank them. And I have 2 more singles coming out. The next one will be out sometime in July, and it has a video, and then the next one will be in October, and it will have a video as well, because they did 3 videos for me.
Well, when they come out, we'll when you release those, we'll get you back on the show to launch those as well for you.
Awesome.
Australia. Yeah,
Yes.
we'll do that for you. Definitely look forward to it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got any questions or you got any questions for Portia, please put those in the comments now. We will go to those. We only got time for a few, about 2 or 3, because we do need to move on to the next special guest here as well tonight.
Awesome.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you do wish to purchase Portia's album, Portia Faces Life, you can go to coldtonerecords.com and you can buy the album from there as well.
It's on every live stream platform.
Every live stream, so it's on
Yes.
Amazon, it's on iTunes, it's
Yes, sir.
it's on a bit. Of
Yes, sir.
So and that's brought to you obviously by Cold Tone Records as well.
Yes.
We're having issues because we're actually freezing at the moment. So can you still hear me, Portia? It's all good?
Of course, I hear you.
Okay. So the picture's freezing. We can still hear vocally, but the picture's freezing a little bit from my end. For the reason of, obviously, I'm having internet issues at the moment. And I'm hardwired in, but it's just the internet, basically, what's happening. So it's from Cold Tone Records. It's on every platform you can watch it on. If you do want to follow Portia, please go to her Facebook page as well, which is Portia G. Or if you do want to follow her on the YouTube, subscribe to her channel.
Yes,
Portia
please.
G on YouTube as well, and that's a lot on there as well. So I've got a question for you. So when are you coming to Australia? When are you're gonna grace us with your presence?
I would love to be there as soon as possible, but the way things are going in the world nowadays, we just can't even say.
That's right. Exactly.
But
Exactly right.
when things are lifted and we can travel again and do shows again, I would love to come back there.
Beautiful. And I would just absolutely look forward to meeting you as well. Hopefully
Yes.
I'll meet you then.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Have dinner, have a coffee, and have a bit of a chat. So not on the screen wise, it's going to be face to face, big hugs as
right,
well. So.
Right.
Exactly. So let's see if anyone's got any questions here as well. So Cafe Thanau has said, "Love you, Portia." So
I love you too.
Tiffany Richardson has said, "Will you be in Memphis this year again?"
That's debatable because we
Yes.
just don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But if it does go ahead, obviously you are going to be there.
Well, that's debatable because sometimes, it's not up to us to come. It's up to whoever needs us to bring us there.
That's
You
right.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's time to go back to Memphis. It's
So
time to
Bruno
go back
Nish-
anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. So Bruno Neshi has come on and said, "Hey, Portia, it's been a long time."
Hey, Bruno, what's up?
Bruno's a good friend of mine as well. So
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to catching up with him very, very soon as well. So what else? What a blessing, incredible performance, Portia. That's from Dell from New Zealand.
All right now. Thank
She
you,
loves your
sir.
work. So a lot of positive comments, which is fantastic. A lot of loves and fabulous hair.
Hey, all right now.
And you look amazing. You do look amazing.
Thank you.
What a voice from Kamal Wick said, "Hey, Portia." So a lot of them are saying hello. Kevin Wick has said, "Portia, what up, girl?"
What up, my brother?
So he's a great guy.
Here's my impersonation of Oprah. We're in Australia.
Love it.
I couldn't help it.
Love it. Now Jeff Lewis has jumped on. He's putting his bid in as well. Loved you in the Aspen Dental commercial.
Well,
Have you ever watched TV or movies? Act in TV or movies?
Yes, I do. I have done the remake of The Blob, 1988. That's the only one that I've acted in. The others were all, vocals on soundtracks.
Yeah. Why didn't I know about this beforehand? I would have got to sniff it up. I would have found it.
Well, if you blink, you won't see me anyway.
I would have stopped it right there and paused.
It would have been like, there she go. It would have been like,
there she goes.
that was her.
There she gone.
But that
There
was
she gone, there she goes.
actually an amazing time in 1988. The way I got the gig was that out of 250 ladies, nobody knew what song to do. So I suggested that they do Troubles of the World by Mahalia Jackson, because it was supposed to, you know, be the ending of the movie. And that's how I got the gig.
Beautiful, beautiful. Look, Portia, that's all we've got time for.
Well, I love it. And I want to thank you. You're a great host.
Thank you. No, thank you for coming on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me just let you know, if you want to get Portia's album, please go to Colton Records or any major platform. So you'll get it on Amazon, you'll get it on iTunes and so forth. So Portia G, Portia Faces Life, that's out now. So please go ahead and purchase that. If you do want to follow her, please follow her on Facebook, which is Portia G, and also on YouTube, subscribe to her channel, Portia G, as well. So please check that out.
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
No, thank you, Portia. I really do appreciate your time. I really do appreciate you coming on the show. We love you all. Sending big love and hugs from Australia. And
yes.
We will definitely see you soon.
God bless.
God bless. You take care. See you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Portia Griffin from Sweet Inspirations. Amazing. She's just an amazing lady. She's a voice, personality plus that woman. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next guest that we've got on tonight. This man is a dedicated Elvis tribute artist around the world, and also he is an actor as well. I will play a little snippet of him first before we do commence, so have a watch of this.
One for the money, I'll take you for the show. We're ready to go, can't go, but don't you step on my boots, sway you are. We can do nothing but a deal for my boots, sway you. When you knock me down, step on my face, I flutter my name all over the place. Doing the thing that you want to do, and I'm all hunting on for you. Don't see what you have done. Yeah, he made me love. Just to be you are. I want your heart beating close to mine, so close to mine. If you ever go.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, and please a big round of applause and make some noise for this man. Big round of applause to Mr. Mark Andrew. Mark!
Hey, what on?
They're all going crazy in the studio, mate. They're going crazy over here.
I thought pardon me, sorry. I've got some sort of virus or something. I thought I'd lost you there for a second. Yeah, because the Wi-Fi here is not that good.
Okay, you dropped out for a moment there, but we'll work with it. I'm freezing on this end as well. Obviously, it's an internet issue that everybody's got at the moment. So it's just basically the way it is. We work with it and just enjoy it. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Now let's jump into the interviews. Basically, so you were born in '66 in Melbourne, but you lived most of your childhood in Europe. Now, like, where did you grow up? And
in Malta. Yeah, so I grew up in Malta,
Malta,
in a little island in Malta called Gozo, and I was.
Oh, he has dropped out again. Obviously, we're having issues with the internet. He should be coming back on in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. So there is internet issues at the present time. So he did drop out. He normally comes. Here we go. He is coming back on right now. Let's get him back onto the show. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. There you are.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you now. Definitely.
Keeps dropping
And
out.
we can hear the birds
okay.
chirping as well.
Yeah, there's plenty of birds around here. Yeah, so I'm trying to get a good connection here because before when we did the sound check, it was fine, and now it
Yeah.
sort of seems to be freezing up, and then it logged me out just then. So I've come outside. Yeah, so is that okay now?
That's okay now. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. It's freezing. It's freezing a little
Okay.
bit, but it's okay. We can hear. Oh, it's dropped out again. Yeah, it's dropped out again. He's dropped out. So we're unfortunately having issues with that. So we're hoping to get him back on. He's having internet issues over there at the moment. So I seem to be working fine now, which is actually amazing. So all the network is working fine. So we're hoping that Mark's going to come back on in 1 second. When he does come back on, we'll bring him back into the feed. So he's obviously going to try something from there. We move on to the next guest and then come back to Mark later and then see how we go. If Mark comes back on now, we'll have a chat to him and see if he can reboot all his internet system and take it from there. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back to you very, very shortly. Broadcast will resume in a moment. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are having some technical difficulties at the moment. Mark Andrew is having some issues with his internet, unfortunately. I have texted him and might go to the next guest. So basically, everyone's not waiting around from there. So we will get Mark Andrew back on after the next guest and bring them on straight away. So, ladies and gentlemen, my next guest now is an amazing guy, amazing couple, should I say. And they've been around for... Oh, wrong one. I don't want to do that one. What am I doing there? That's the wrong one. Anyway, as I was saying, this next guest, they've been around for a number of years, and this is a venue that you will absolutely love. Now, I'm going to introduce them. This is a venue over in Sydney that is one dedicated world to Elvis. It's absolutely unbelievable. This place I've worked at before, about 3 or 4 times now, and absolutely amazing. I would like to introduce to you, and please, I want you to give a big round of applause to Big Al and Margot from Big Al's Elvis World. Here they are. Hey, guys.
Hi, Stuey. How are you, man?
Good, mate. Good. How are you? How are you?
Hey, good. We've been sitting back watching this broadcast, man. It's interesting.
It's interesting. You enjoying it so far?
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Look, our internet's a little bit better than Mark Andrews. We're still waiting for the MBM to come through.
Yeah.
We're still running by cable, so we have our moments, but hopefully we should be okay for the interview.
Well, you're coming through nice and clear. You're coming through nice and strong, which is good, which is fantastic.
Thank you.
Which is very, very good. So, and Margot, welcome as well. Sending love and hugs. Sending love and hugs. Now,
amazing job.
Thank you so much. So let's go to this amazing venue. Now, I've had the pleasure of working there a few times. We had to get you on the show. Now, tell us, where did it all begin? Where did it all start for you?
You want to tell it or I tell it?
Go for it.
Okay. Am I allowed to say something? Huh? Behind every great venue and a man is a woman who likes to tell me what to say and not what to say. And look, be honest, it all started from Mum. Mum was a big Elvis fan. I grew up watching Elvis shows with Mum, the matinee Saturday and Sunday shows on TV.
Yeah.
But I got to be honest, the venue was never supposed to be what it was. I actually brought an empty factory unit next door to my business, and I actually stored my motorbikes in it. I had a big collection of Yamaha motorbikes, and then over the period of time, we started doing some barbecues, a bit of rock and roll. Because we're both dancers. We both did many years of dancing, so we opened it up to our friends. And I slowly started putting little bits of Elvis stuff on the wall next to the motorbike stuff I had on the wall. Well, what turned us around, we went to parks for the first time. Actually, Margo and I rode our motorbikes to parks because our love was motorbikes too. So we rode our motorbikes to parks. And that blew me away. Well, I remember, how long was that? 11 years ago, 12 years ago? Yeah. And it blew me away because I just said to Margo, I still remember saying this. I said, I'm not the only crazy Elvis fan. Look at the place. They're packed with them. And we came back with the idea that maybe we could do something in his factory unit at that stage. Maybe we can start doing some Elvis shows and stuff. And that's how it all came about. We actually never sat down and planned and said, hey, we're going to make an Elvis venue. It just grew to where it is today.
Yeah.
Would you like to add something to that?
Yeah, it definitely was never planned. It was something, if you'd said to us, 10 years ago, you know what, you guys are going to be running this Elvis venue. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And I bet you'll end up doing P&O cruises. Like you said, Stuey, commit yourself now. Because it's not something we set out to do. But in saying that, that's probably a good thing because it's not a job, it's a passion. Every show we're creating and introducing someone new, something different, and it's just it's not a plan. It's just a fun place, and that's the main thing. It's got to be fun.
That's right. And it doesn't. And it's actually registered. It's licensed or registered as a church. Is that right?
It is. Right. We had some difficulties. Well, sorry. You want to answer it? I do.
Well, what happened was initially it was called Big Al's Clubhouse because when we were doing motorcycle charity events and bike shows, Clubhouse was appropriate because it was like a clubhouse. But then the council got onto us and said, sort of associated with the rebels and things like that. And we thought, oh, no, we're definitely not that. So we did a name change to we thought about it for a while, and I said, Al, there's only one thing you can call it, Big Al's World, because it is your world. And
that's right. Yeah,
that's what happened. Yeah. And then because we're zoned in a certain
industrial area,
we weren't able to do like a function center or anything like that. We could be a gym or a lunch shop, a church, and hence the Church of Elvis Presley, because we do worship the King. So it was just appropriate.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. So do you feel there's something that I know? I looked at a past interview, and you feel there's the spirit of Elvis is there, and because the love that you've got and everything you do in that venue, it's just absolutely amazing. Like as I said, I've been there. I've performed there 3 times, and the first time I was there, I walked in and I stood there for about 10 minutes looking around. I didn't know where to look. It was crazy. It was absolutely unbelievable. So do you feel there's a presence there, Al? I know you said that last time, and
Well, I joke sometimes. I have a bit of a lay down on the lounge, and I tell the story that sometimes I believe the spirit of Elvis comes alive because it's a bit creepy in here. You just hear noises, and I think I know it's weird. I believe Elvis's spirit's here. Now, when I said that on the TV program, on the morning program, they all laughed at us saying, well, if Elvis would be alive, he would be in Mount Druitt. But it definitely has a presence to it. It does have a feeling, and you felt it. Everybody that comes here for the first time or for the 100th time, they still get that feeling. It definitely has a feeling. And, often people say they could spend the whole 4 or 5 hours during the whole show and walk outside and didn't realise I were in Mount Druitt or in an industrial area, because inside you actually lose yourself in this.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. That's right. I agree.
You
I
do.
agree 100%. 100%.
I lose myself in it. I still don't believe what we've created.
And it helps that you're pretty crazy too.
It helps to be crazy.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I know you two, so I can agree with that. So it's an amazing place. Now, so often, how often do you have performances there? Like what kind of artists have you had there and so forth over the last few years?
Look, you've got to, as I said, it's a passion, and you can't do it like every weekend, because then it becomes a job. So as much as we love every single show that we do, you've got to, and you've got, you know, all these guests too, and a lot of our guests are older, and they just don't have the finances to be coming here every week, and we know they'd love to, and that's not fair. So we try to make it somewhere where people can say, oh, 2 weeks time Stewie's on, I can't wait, instead of saying, oh, who's on this week, you know? So we like to make it special, we like to look forward to it, and we like our guests to look forward to it.
And the guests all do as well, and they have a great time, and we all have fun, and that's what it's all about, you know, having fun and catching up with everybody as well. Definitely.
And we're very lucky that we do have an amazing group of people come here. They're all friendly. Everybody knows everybody. A lot of friendships have been formed. An awful lot of friendships have been formed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I agree.
We won't tolerate any of the BS, because that's not fair to the other guests. So as long as you're happy to come here and do the right thing and just enjoy what we've done and enjoy the entertainment and enjoy the other guests, you're always welcome.
Yeah, beautiful. And I was planning to come there July, but unfortunately with everything that's cancelled and borders shut down, all the coronavirus. So how has the coronavirus affected your venue?
What venue?
What venue?
Well, as Margo, we're in a way, as I said, we just evolved to where it is today. It's not a financial benefit for us to run shows anyway, because most of the time we're putting out my hand in our pockets to do the shows here and stuff like that. So the virus is actually allowing us to be able to just take a breather, look around, refocus on certain things, and find ourselves again, because a lot of people don't realise there's a lot of pressure in running something like this. You know, the constant shows, and as you mentioned, the cruises that we're doing with P&O, and they're also being cancelled too. So it's allowed us.
We're going to go into those in a second as well.
Yeah, we'll go into the cruises in a minute. So actually, we were lucky to get a property down the coast. So we have been spending, well, we weren't allowed at first, but you're allowed now to sneak down to your holiday house on weekends. So that's given us a bit of time, which we didn't have before. So, but the virus has been very hard. My business is average. It's a bit slow, but our friends in the music industry are out of work. They're the ones we feel sorry for, because they've got no income at all. I'm lucky I still have a business for an income. So the virus is very. I think it's going to take a long time to get back on our feet. Big Al?
I think we need to wipe off 2020. That's my personal opinion.
At least.
Nothing's going to happen this year. It's going to look at next year. But yeah, it has affected a lot of people. I'm in entertainment myself. That's why I thought, you know, it was sending me insane what to do at home, and that's why I created this whole show. You know, for the people, and it's just skyrocketed since I've started it. It's just taken off. Really has taken off, so which is really good, fantastic. Now, Legend, I've got a bit of a snippet of the Today's Show. Today's Show, a while ago, that actually walked into Big Al's Elvis World and gave him a bit of a plug there as well. So have a watch of this. It's fantastic.
And welcome to Big Al's World. Al and his partner Margot have been collecting Elvis memorabilia for the past 8 years or so, and this is probably the largest display of Elvis stuff that you'll find in the country. Wow. So passionate they are that this place is actually registered as a church so that they can praise the big man himself. It is equipped with a live stage. We have Elvis impersonators here this morning, and we're going to prove that Elvis has definitely re-entered the building this morning, Carl and Lisa.
Because that's where I thought he'd end up, Mount Druitt. Thank you, Stevie. A little bit of the king this morning. I love it. Can't wait.
I love that comment. That makes me laugh every time.
We had so much fun that day, didn't we? Off camera, we were mucking around, and that was really, and it's probably a highlight, wasn't it? We've had many, there's been another program come here. That was the morning we had the Today Show came here. That was good, but that one was the best, I reckon. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
really enjoyed doing it.
So what can your viewers expect, obviously, in the future with Big Hours? Like, do you have, I know your venue holds about 80 or 90 people, something like that, so seated comfortably. Is there anything for the future? Like, so obviously everything's on hold at the moment. Do you have any future ideas, or going to expand it? Because I know the larger car park you've got out the front, you're going to expand it and get it bigger?
No. Because
Marco's going, no.
You can't duplicate this again. You can't expand it. I was going to buy the unit next door, the factory next door to me, and the idea was punch a hole in the wall, but it would never work. And actually, time went by, and I'm glad I didn't buy it because realised it's just Margot and I. So we have help. Our Elvis family members help us cook the barbecue and clean up, which has been a big help for us. But there's not. Look, I love Elvis, but to be honest, you can't make money out of Elvis Presley in a sense, which we don't want to, but you couldn't. This venue is just the right size, and I'm blessed it is, because imagine it's not unusual to have a sold-out show with 70 people. So we love to say that we're sold out. But if we had a venue of 200, we'd really be, every month we'd be trying to.
And it would take away from everything that we've created,
right.
the whole friendship.
Yep.
With 70 people here, you can know everyone.
You know it.
You can talk to everyone. You do know their names. But with 200 people, it just takes away the up close and personal. And you know that, Stuey. You know you can get around and see everybody in this venue during the show and talk to them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the fantastic thing I love about it.
Yeah, people have often said to us, oh, it needs to be bigger, but it would just change the whole of what we're trying to achieve, and that's a family.
Yeah. So do you know all the artifacts? Go on.
Sorry, I missed that, Stuey.
Do you know all the artifacts you've got in there? Like, what's your most prized artifact you've got in the venue?
I've been asked that before. Look, there's a lot of them. The statues, which you showed a photo earlier, the two statues of Elvis, that's it. Those two there. And even the guitar in the middle of it, the guitar was given to us by Shane Hill from the last Pinot cruise we did. But those two statues there, they're very rare. And I've not yet found anybody else in Australia that has those statues. So that's something, a guy brought him in especially for me. They cost a little fortune, but I'm very honoured to have those two. Just a lot of rare pictures that I've got. But I've been very blessed in a way, more recently in the last probably 5 or 6 years, that a lot of elderly Elvis fans have passed away, and their kids have come to us and said, Alan, we know you have this big Elvis venue. Mum would really like you to have these. So we've been very honoured to be given a lot of the stuff. Only recently, before that, I searched the world. We travelled the world. We travelled the world trying to pick up the rare Elvis stuff. But I'm actually full now. I've got nowhere else to put the stuff. I'm physically, you've seen it, Stuey. It's in the toilets. It's on the roof. It's in the change room. It's even going next door now into my factory. I'm now starting to put stuff in my factory. So I've got nowhere else to put it. Look, we love doing what we do. The virus is disappointing, but we'll be back. We'll be back. And Stuey, you'll be back. But there is some rare stuff. The tie that Jacqueline Finish gave me. She's the king. Gave me a tie that Elvis apparently wore. And I got a certificate saying he wore it. So
Okay.
that was a gift for my 60th birthday party from Jacqueline. And I
You're
thank
not
Jacqueline.
60, are you, Al? Late 40s, I would
I'm
have said, mate.
well, Stuey, I'm 63 in about 3 weeks' time, and
Is that right?
I'm not allowed
Okay.
to do a birthday. I'm not allowed to do a
Pardon?
birthday party this year.
You're not? Yeah, I know.
I know I
Damn,
can't do
know.
a. Only Margo and I. Can you help me blow out my cake? I know which cake you like to give me, the one that blows up.
Now, obviously, we do the King's Cruise as well. So both yourself and Margot, you do the King's Cruise as well. Tribute to the King Cruise on P&O. Like, I mean, here's the advert of King Cruise. It features people. Oh, what happened there? It features people like Damien Mullen. It features Mark Andrew. That's actually going to be. He's actually waiting in the green room now, so it's all working for him.
We're back.
Fantastic. So lovely. So it features Mark Andrew, Damien Mullen, myself, and there's a lot of artists. Gay Phoenix. There's a lot of artists. Actually, Brendan Chase is going to be on there as well. So here's the actual advert for the Tribute to the King Cruise on P&O. Here we go.
How y'all doing?
We've had an absolute ball, lots of dancing, the acts have been fantastic.
We're so glad that we came on board, and the quality of the performers is fantastic. And we'll be back.
Everybody's been wonderful, it's very friendly, loads of fun, you just got to do it.
We've had a really good time and they just keep impressing, and we'll be back again. We can't fault it. It's been unbelievable.
It's fantastic because they have a variety of music from the 50s to the 70s, so everyone will have a great time.
This should happen every year.
It's just a great opportunity to get away, see top class acts and enjoy the music and the atmosphere.
It's been absolutely awesome, love it. Just a fantastic 3 days away.
It's beautiful. Thank you, P&O.
Fantastic. See, Terry Leonard was in there as well. That is just amazing fun, that cruise. And now they've added the Brisbane cruise to it as well. Obviously, this year's got cancelled, which we were just like, damn, really? Everyone was looking forward to it. Sydney sold out real quick, didn't it?
Yes. 3 years in a row.
3 years in a row, yeah, that's right. Now, obviously, this is me on the table. That Margot hates me on the table. I've only got a 30 centimetre height I'm allowed on my table. That's all I'm allowed on my cruises now. But it's good fun. You love me, don't worry. Now, here's Big Al with Captain Roger Bilton as well. Now, have you got your skipper's ticket? Do people have to get worried there, Al?
Actually, I at first I asked, could I wear my captain's uniform on board? And they actually said, yeah, the captain would love that. So he asked us to come upstairs for a look around at the bridge and a photo opportunity. He loved it. I'll tell you a story about the captain. He's done many cruises with P&O, and he said at first when he heard about it was going to be an Elvis cruise, he thought, oh, don't know. But he was saying he looked on the cameras, the sail away party. He looked at the cameras and he couldn't believe how many people. He went out, looked across the deck of the sail away party, and he told me, Margot, he's never, as a captain, ever seen so many people on the deck for the sail away party.
Wow. Oh,
He's actually never
crazy.
seen a sail away party like that before.
Yeah, so the deck was full. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was full.
It's crazy. First time I was on, last year was my first cruise with you. You invited me and I performed, obviously, and great response. And just a sail away party, I just walked out there and went, wow, this place is unbelievable. It's just an amazing cruise. So we all had
now. Can we tell you the story about how we got doing an Elvis cruise on P&O?
Yeah, go on. I'm going to put you on solo. I'm going to walk away from the desk for about a minute. I'm going to put you on solo and let you tell the story. Go for it.
Mate, I can take over the show if you want to. He's gone.
Yeah, go ahead. Take over the show for 5 minutes. Go for it.
Okay, Margo.
Okay, so what happened was back in 2011 and 2012, we were associated with Music Themes Cruises and Johnny Walsh, and they were just the best experiences we'd ever had. Anyway, after 2012, there were no more cruises, so we went on for a few years, and a few people said to us, you guys need to do another Elvis cruise. We miss them. So we approached a good friend of ours, Shane Hill. He said, "What do you think?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I love music." He said, "Oh, not necessarily a big Elvis fan. He just loves music." He's turned into an Elvis fan. So we approached P&O through the help of a good friend in Queensland, Tracy Lord, who made the first contact for us. And we had a meeting with P&O, and we sort of, this is what we want to do, and we got a lot of negativity, like Elvis is dead. Yeah, but just give us a go. This is what we want to do. Anyway, so months and months went by, backwards and forwards, this and that, and then we just said this is way too hard. So we just contacted P&O and said, "Look, it's okay, don't worry about it." Then apparently one of the hierarchy in P&O had said to the people we were dealing with, "What are you doing? Get these guys back." Anyway, cut a long story short, fastest selling cruise in P&O's history, 6 weeks for the first cruise, and it was sold out. They had a waiting list. They had people at the terminal ready to board in case passengers didn't turn up.
That's a true story, yeah.
A lot of the P&O staff that we were dealing with couldn't board because there was no cabins for them. Second cruise, the next year, it also sold out. And then this year's cruises, Sydney sold out, and Brisbane, I'm sure it sold out too. They gave us the opportunity to do a second cruise being Brisbane. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen this year, but hey, that just builds it up for next year. Next year is a 4-night Sydney cruise, 29th of July to the 2nd of August. That goes to Moreton Island on the new Pacific Adventure. There's also a 5-night cruise to Brisbane, or from Brisbane, on the 10th to the 15th of May, and that's going to Airlie Beach and Moreton Island on the Explorer. Yes. So that's 2 really great cruises.
You're dropping out there, so we'll be losing Big Al.
Okay, we're back.
You're back. All right, there you go. Oh no, he's gone. He's gone. So as I was saying, let me let everybody know they're going to be logging back in this second. So this is a P&O Cruise King's Cruise 2021. So this is a cruise in 2021. Now with this cruise, it's Brisbane P&O Explorer from 10th to 15th of May, and Sydney on the Pacific Adventurer from the 29th of July to the 2nd of August. So if you want to book any of those tickets on P&O, please go to pocruises.com.au/tribute, or you can call 132494. That's 132494, 132494. If anyone in the US is watching the show and they want to come over to Australia for the cruise, then you can book the cruise also at pocruises.com.au and /tribute. So you can watch book any of those as well. So that's once again Sydney Pacific Adventurer, 29th of July to 2nd of August, and Brisbane P&O Explorer, 10th to the 15th of May. So that's the other one as well. So we've got them back, which is fantastic. There you go, we got you back. Lovely. So also after the cruises, like we all perform also during the day. It's a full-on schedule, and we all perform during the day and we chill out. But then in the evening is we get together everybody and we just chill at your karaoke show and we have some fun.
That's our fame in life, and it's funny, we run this. I call it the world's best Elvis venue, Australia's dedicated Elvis world. But our fame in life is at karaoke. We do karaoke here at Big Al's the last Friday of each month. That's when we're not locked down. But we also do karaoke outside, but on the cruise ships. And you're right, that's where the after party is, at our karaoke. Margot and I get up and we muck around with the audience. We can also do a little bit of singing, but we're
very badly, mind you.
We class ourselves as entertainers, not singers. But we love doing the karaoke because it's a great way to mix with the people. It's great putting an Elvis cruise on, and you guys get up on the stage and take all the glory from us humble karaoke people.
And our guests at karaoke do not feel intimidated by us.
Yeah.
When you go to a karaoke venue and the operator gets up and sings a song and they're really, really good, and you think, I'm not getting up after that. Well, when we get up, they say.
Well, that's why when we mingle at the end of it, that's why we don't get up. So no, it's just, but we do get up now and again. Like I know the last one we had a laugh where Mark and Lisa got up as well, and that was a crack up. That was funny. That was funny. People loved it. Yeah. He's watching backstage now. He's watching. Can we bring you in to say hello to Big Al? Is that all right? Yes, all right. We're gonna bring Mark in to say hello.
Okay, yeah,
all right, here we go. Here he is. Here he is. Hey.
How are you?
Mark, how are you?
Hey, Mark.
Good. Better now. I was running around everywhere. I had Wi-Fi problems. Like, you either get a good one or a bad one up here. We're on the 60-acre property, so the Wi-Fi is not all that good, so.
Yeah, fair enough,
But
fair enough.
when you live in paradise, mate, you don't need Wi-Fi.
That's it.
That's right. He's got a generator and everything at the back as well in case the power goes out.
Well, Mark was
supposed to have a really.
Mark was
Yeah, I was supposed to be doing it too.
Yeah, he was also here in July.
Yeah, in July, yes. So
yeah, that's right, Mark. You were, weren't you?
I know. Today's the first day I shaved in a long time because no need to, and I even shaved my sides off for a while, So now we're going back.
Always looking suave, Mark. Always looking good, mate. All right. So.
Thank you. So are you, Stuey. Congratulations on the show, by the way.
Thank you. It's been. I'm enjoying it so far.
It's a really good vibe, and you've had some great guests on so far, and looking forward to, the future guests you're having on. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've got a few announcements to make at the end of the show. So the guests that we've got, which is phenomenal, some phenomenal guests as well, like yourselves, but some phenomenal guests as well. Look, Big Al, we're gonna leave you here as well. Margot, I want to say thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Stuey. It was an absolute privilege. You're really doing an amazing job. It's very professional. Give our love to Shelley, and we wish you all the luck with this, Stuey.
Thank you so much.
See you,
and
Mark.
I'll definitely talk.
Say hi to Lisa.
Thank you. See you guys.
Hey guys, all the best.
Bye.
God bless.
Yeah, at least we got
Thanks, Margot. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye. Mark, welcome back to the show. We had some technical difficulties here.
I know. I tried. I thought I'll have it in my shed and we'll have a really nice backdrop in there. But I don't know. For some reason, it clouded over and the Wi-Fi strength dropped and everything started freezing up during Portia's interview. And I thought, oh no. And so I tried to find the best spot for Wi-Fi in that time that Big Al was on. So here I am. Anyway, it's all good now.
No, we got it good now. It's fantastic, fantastic. Look, let's go back. Let me just close this interview page now. I'm looking over here because I've got my interview questions. I've got yours open still. So let's go back again. So as I said earlier, everybody that's joining us, I said, Mark, you were born in '66. You were born in Melbourne, and you lived your childhood in Europe, in Malta.
In Malta,
tell us about you growing up and
sure.
And so forth.
So I was born in Melbourne, and we lived in a place called Noble Park. And my mother actually died in '74, late '74, September. It was Melbourne Show Day. And so I think, Dad we had a holiday plan, so we still went for Christmas. And he just felt at home around his family. So we packed up and left Australia to go back to Malta. And, growing up, I, discovered music, and Elvis became an idol of mine at the age of 14. I started playing guitar, singing in church. I was already singing, at a young age in churches and stuff, but and then when I was 17, I thought, now it's time to sort of go back to Australia and start my future again.
So where did it, like 17 in '83, you moved back to Australia? So where did it all begin from there for you?
So it actually began, like, I started singing. I was working in hospitality in Malta on an island called Camino, and these guys used to come around on Thursday night and play guitar. And in one of their breaks, I was serving, like I was But I loved it there. It was a resort, and these guys had a break, and I said, "Oh, can I play a couple of tunes while you have the break?" And I got up and I sang, and all of a sudden the vibe sort of, happened, and so the next night they had their whole band there, and the guests that were there said, "Oh, can Mark get up and sing a song?" And I said, "No. I've never sang with a band before." And it got the thumbs up from the general manager, he was like Hitler. He was so strict, and but everyone was going off and having a good time. And then I went back to work. It's just kind of like the Elvis movies, So, and then it was just a good vibe. And then I really wanted to become an entertainer from then on. That was I was 16 then, and that's when I sort of got a taste of performing live with a band.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
young, very young. Now, so in '93, you supported Chubby Checker in his Australian tour. Now, how did that come about? Supporting such a great name as well.
Yeah. So, I was in a band. My first band was called Blue Suede Dudes in Australia, and
Blue Suede Dudes,
we
is that
played.
right?
Yeah, Blue Suede Dudes. Yep.
That's
We
cool.
played 50s. Yeah. It was kind of rock and roll with a bit of a 90s edge. We had a bit of a grungy guitarist, which kind of gave it a bit of a different feel, and then that changed later on. But yeah, so I started, doing the grounds and started, making contacts with some agencies, and one agent just said, we'd like you to do a couple of gigs and support Chubby Checker, and I said, great, that's awesome, So that was sort of the first kind of like, wow, sort of gig, and it developed from there.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, besides doing Elvis and everything, not only do you dedicate your tributes to Elvis, but you do many legends. And I mean, here's a bit of a snippet of Mark performing as well in this Dead Set Legends show.
No one seems to shine like if I do my Pegasus. It's not unusual to have fun with a new war. Imagine all the people trying to set the night on fire. Like this real
Now, I've seen that show, and I've seen you do those artists and Austin Powers and all those artists. My favourite out of all those artists, personally, and a lot of people got personal thing. I love the way you do Elvis, amazing Elvis tribute. But I love the way you do Jim Morrison, The Doors, the character, the way you get into that. Now, you developed the show in '95. So how do you because you get in the zone, and it's like I've seen the movie several times. I've seen the live performances online, and you get into character, and you just like you're on acid. Yeah. How do you get ready for those roles? What do you do?
I think when you've saturated yourself with the character, it becomes automatic when the music kicks in. So as soon as that music kicks in, I go into a trance. So my visual, I'm not seeing anything basically. I ignore the audience, and I kind of ignore the band as well. So, but you're sort of in your own zone. And that's how I channel that character, and it's kind of a weird feeling, but I can snap right out of it. It's just one of those things.
Oh, it's just your way you go into Jim Morrison is amazing, and also Tom Jones and Buddy Holly, and and the Dean Martin. I love the way you walk out with your drink on your hand and the cigarette in your hand as well. That's a photo of something now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just it's an expression, isn't it? I mean, it's like Tom Jones is like big eyes and whoa, yeah, all right, yeah, and that automatically changes your face. And Austin is like, yeah, even though I don't have the makeup, it's that facial expression. And Elvis is a bit more squinty eyed, and it's like, try and squint the eyes and and that smirk, So,
Yeah.
and Jim Morrison is kind of like, it's nothing. It's just, but it's the whole wig and things like that. But so
But the character is
it's
just
just
amazing. What you
amazing.
do. Just amazing. And Lajim, if you do
I
get
beg
a
your pardon,
chance, it's amazing what you do in the characters as well. Lajim, if you do get a chance to see the show, please make sure you do go and see it. It does come to a city near you, the Dead Set Legends show. He does Elvis. You've got Jim Morrison, you've got all the actors, and you also do Danny Zuko. You've done a Grease performance as well recently.
Yes. Well, actually,
Oh, we've lost him again. He's dropped out again. We've lost him again, unfortunately. We were going right in here. Hopefully he'll come back online in a moment and we'll get, yep, we've got him back. He's come back on. Here we go. All right, we've got you back. All right, carry on.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I started the Legend show before Elvis. So Elvis was part of a Legend show because I just didn't want to do Elvis because I didn't want to be, even though I loved Elvis, but I just didn't want to be just Elvis. And to this day, I still hate being called Elvis when I'm not, just one of those things. But I just love acting, and I started this new character for the Maltese community, and it's getting quite a following. And
that is good.
Like the Maltese is Marco, so he's just an innocent Maltese guy that's fresh in the country, sort of thing, or he's still set in his ways. So I just love doing that sort of thing, and always trying to find different angles.
Yeah, and it's great what you bring on board to the for the entertainment side as well, for everybody, and they love watching you, and you got a massive following as well. Now, 98 you launched Elvis Leaves His Mark, which I absolutely love that title. So it says your name in it. It says everything about that title.
Yeah.
I just love it. I love it. Now here's the 30-second advert that came out. Here we go. So tell us about that show, Mark. So that's there's a photo on there. That goes through all the years, obviously, of Elvis. So, and it looks amazing. It looks like you're having so much fun on stage.
Yeah, well, I was very passionate about doing Elvis, and I've had the opportunity to work with some people that knew Elvis. So that was sort of my accolade, so to speak. But I just love portraying Elvis in a positive way. I started Elvis in 95, 96, and I really wanted to bring back the positive Elvis, because before the 90s it was sort of tarnishing and they were showing Elvis in a negative way. So that was kind of my goal then.
Yeah, definitely. No, I agree. And that's Mark also on stage as well. So just there. Now, also you've done, besides being an amazing tribute artist and amazing entertainer, you've also done a bit of acting as well. Now, I've actually got that snippet. I found it. I found it. I've got it. This was on a...
I must say, I was performing as an Elvis celebrant, not Elvis, on that show, because it is a little bit cheesy, and cheesy is kind of not my thing. But just a little warning there.
Look, just let you enjoy this. This is from a Australian TV soap program called Neighbours. It's also broadcasted around the world. This is Mark Andrew on that very, very same on that episode. Here we go.
Pretty good for last minute, huh?
Stunning.
You got the rings?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, and listen, Caroline has offered to find us a celebrant.
Oh!
Yeah.
You folks look so good, I'm feeling the temperature rising.
Who's this?
Our celebrant, double A?
Late notice? Wait, you're telling me we're getting married by Elvis?
Now, let's have a little less conversation. And get you two hunk of burn loves hitched.
This is ridiculous.
At least it's going to be memorable.
Hold on, we need another witness. I've got that for you too. I'm here under duress. After Christina's appalling behaviour, I thought the least she could do was come and offer you both her best wishes.
Yeah, well, thanks, Caroline, but I'm not sure I want it.
Oh no, let them stay. I'd rather these two than two complete strangers.
So, does that mean we're ready, Teddy?
Let's rock and roll.
It's been a long journey to be here today, but I am so glad we finally made it. You spark my intellect, my joy, and my desire. And I can't wait to be your wife.
I know I haven't always been perfect,
You can say that again.
but you accept me for my flaws and my strengths. And I think you're clever. You're certainly beautiful. You're kind and forgiving. And I can't wait to be your husband and share.
I'm not sure if you're asking me anything at the moment, but
Paul,
I can't hear
Do
you.
you take Therese to be a lawful wedded wife? If you don't, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. But if so, please say...
You there?
Therese,
Yeah, we're here.
do you take Paul to be a lawful wedded husband?
Okay.
If so,
It's still
please say...
Oh, it's still playing, is it?
So by the power vested in me from Colonel Tom Parker, Graceland, in the sunny state of Queensland, I proudly pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss each other quick.
Thank you very much.
That was awesome. That's absolutely awesome. So let's see where we're having issues here. Give me 1 second, Mike. Give me 1 second. We're having problems with your feed at the moment. So again, let's.
Is that better?
I can hear you. Yeah, see, I can hear you now. Beautiful. I can hear you now. Fantastic. Can we hear? Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay, cool.
Can we hear? All right, there you go. All right, lovely.
Yep. No.
So that looked actually a lot of fun. I know it's because you're looking at it going, oh god, that's so cheesy. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed all that.
You're looking at it and watching it and going, God, that's cheesy. Like you said earlier, it's just that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Yeah, it's, that's kind of the act they want. But you know, I just love that day, and even with those other actors, they said, "Oh, how often do you do this?" And I said, "Oh, not often at all." But you know, it was just natural, and they just said, "Oh, you know, you're a professional," you know. So it was just good to be doing it, you know. And
Yeah. Oh, Mark's having issues again. Looks like he's dropping out quite a bit. A few issues. Nice connected there. Give me a second, Mark. We'll remove the other stream and bring you in on that one. There we go. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Can you hear us? All good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep.
Yeah, beautiful. All right. So yeah, so it's that looked like so much fun on the Neighbours set. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. It was great fun, and you know, it's something that I'd love to do a little bit more. But you know, it's where your focus is, isn't it? But at the moment, my focus is here on the property. We're building a retreat here, and that's kind of where it is at the moment.
And when your retreat's done, please let us know. I will launch it for you as well. And I'd love to bring my wife down for a retreat and have a bit of a break. So we need a bit of a break, I think. So I'd love to come down and see the retreat.
Yeah, it is. It's so many areas where you can kind of relax here and just chill out and it's so serene and away from the city. So it's just a really nice place to regroup and recharge, really. And
Yeah, beautiful. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing that. Now, ladies, if you've got any questions for Mark, please put them in the comments. I will come back to you very, very shortly. You've got a couple more questions for Mark as well. Now, Mark, all this and more, your amazing career, what you've done, and what you're going to progress in the future. I've got the pleasure of working with you very closely on the tribute to the King cruise on P&O through Big Al and Shane Hill as well. So we've become mates in that time as well, which is great. And once again, I appreciate you coming on the show. I know we're having technical difficulties, but it's the internet. Don't worry about it. Now,
no, that's all right. Yeah, sorry.
And all that besides
go on.
all your career. Now, of course, our wives are our strength, and they stand by us. And you've got your beautiful wife, Lisa Curry. Tell us, how did you meet? When did it first ignite? When did the sparks fly?
We met on a charity walk in Melbourne back in 2015 in June. And yeah, we were both in our own worlds back then. And it wasn't until later on in the year that we were both single, and we met sort of over online, basically just in a combi group. And I was selling some parts, and so she messaged me and on Messenger and said, "Oh, I want one of those," and we just started chatting because I didn't even have a number then. And then it was we sort of confided in each other, and we were both single at the time. So and then it just sort of felt right, and it sort of pursued from there.
Yeah, and she's beautiful. I've met Lisa a number of times. I met her on a P&O cruise I met her a couple of years ago properly, but I officially got to know her properly on the P&O cruise. She's a lovely lady, and you guys are so suited together. You know, it's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, and just you have a lovely home together, your lovely family, and I wish you all the best with that as well, most definitely. Look, what you mentioned about the combi. What something I didn't bring up earlier is this is a selection of cars that you've got. You've got the Mini, you've got the Cadillac, you've got the Combi, you've got the Mustang, you've got the Beetle. You know, Elvis had Cadillacs, John Lennon had Beetles, George Harrison Minis, Jim Morrison a Mustang, and you know, just amazing. Like, have you still got this?
Yes, I've got those, and I've got a couple more now. I've got an F100 truck I'm doing up at the moment, and a Mini Moke.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. You know, I've got enough cars, and it's just something that I've got another combi as well up here. I've got a camper, and yeah, you know, when you're an entertainer, you're working on weekends mostly.
Yeah.
So I always found it a project to do during the week, and it all became one car after the other, and that sort of that was my passion at the time, and I still, you know, love my shed and go in there and take them out once in a while. So it's good fun.
So it's here we go. Helen Cathcart. We're going to go some viewers' questions. Helen Cathcart, has Mark performed in the US?
Yes. So I have performed on different occasions, but more so not on a tour as such in the US. So more private functions or just one-offs sort of thing. I was, you know, did a few corporate things in the US, but not so much at public venues. You know, just
Yeah, it's and you obviously I remember a number of years ago you went to Memphis and you won an award as well, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I was in the Images of the King, and I got so I got fourth that year. That was very early in the piece, 2002. You know, so you know, I've performed at Graceland Crossing in the marquee there, you know, quite a few years ago, but not as such. I think I've sort of, I don't know, I haven't sort of put myself out there basically in the US because, you know, I had a family at the time and I couldn't really afford to go away on tours and things like that overseas. So
Yeah, fair enough. But you're doing a tour. You're supposed to do a tour this year, weren't you? Was it this year or last year? Did it? This year you're doing another one, weren't you? We're supposed
so
to.
this year I was supposed to be doing the Elvis King of the World, which was it's a big show at Hamer Hall with 100 piece orchestra and singers.
Wow. Yeah.
So that was scheduled for August 13. So everything's so up in the air at the moment that we've penciled in some dates for next year just in case. But the problem is also the ticket sales would stop during this period of time as well. So because no one knows what's going to happen. So your sales sort of stop at that time. So yeah.
Definitely. So, and when you launch that, we'll talk about that. We'll try and get you back on the show and try and relaunch that for you and let everybody know what's going on there as well, most definitely. So we look forward to
thank
that.
you.
So
Thank you.
We've had Chris Vassilo. Mark, what is your favourite Maltese dish?
Oh, right. Well, pastizzi, of course. You can't go wrong with pastizzi. And I also like just the traditional tomato paste on bread, on a crusty bread, with a bit of oil and salt and pepper and a few little tomatoes and, Maltese cheese and olives. And you just pick at it, So
that's got to be the next segment with your character. Showing
yeah,
how to
okay.
do
Well,
that.
yeah, of course.
Maybe we try and get him on the show at the beginning of a show. So an opening. We're going to cross to him a live feed and we'll go through a little cooking thing for a few minutes and then we'll do that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
we'll definitely talk soon.
I saw Jethro last week. So I saw Jethro last week.
Yeah, Jethro from the cousin Jethro from Alabama. So he's coming back next week. We're going to do something different with Jethro next week, but we will talk to you about doing something as well, Mark. So that will be a good laugh.
Maybe Michael can share his Elvis collection and talk about that. We can put that little spin on it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, definitely. We'll send.
It's big Elvis.
Is he really? Is that right?
Yeah, it's big Elvis.
All right, we're going to get him on the show. Legend will be ready for that. All right, be ready for that.
Make sure we get the Wi-Fi.
Now, where else have we got? Here we go. So Glenda's come on and said, Mark, when will Marley be up and running?
So Marley, it's we're getting all the permits in place at the moment. So hopefully by the end of the year or by the time the pandemic's over, we'll be ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Hi, Glenda. Hi, Carl.
Look, everyone's sending their love. Everyone's saying Vicky and Ron Moss are saying hello. Everybody's
thank you. I can't see the comments, so thanks everyone. Thank you.
No problem at all. And it's a lot of people are saying hi to you and hello to Lisa as well. Everyone's saying as well. And if Lisa's over there watching or listening, hi Lisa from everybody.
Hi Lisa.
Myself. Hi. Oh hi, there she is.
She's coming.
She's coming, is she? Okay, all right.
All right. Yeah, I'll move over. We'll get a chair. Huh?
Say hello.
Yeah, come in.
Hi, Stuey.
Hi. Hi, Lisa. How are you, gorgeous?
Hi, everyone. I'm well. And I've been sitting there listening. It's fantastic. Well done.
Yeah, good on you.
And everyone's enjoying. And hi. Yeah. Okay, see you.
She's done. That's it. Go on. See you later. No, look, Mark. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really do appreciate your time. We will be talking soon and getting a little bit of a segment going as well. Best of luck with building your retreat with yourself and Lisa building a retreat as well.
Thank you. So and also maybe I can put you in touch with Sandy Miller as well. She's fantastic. She's got some great Elvis stories. So
yeah, I sent
Vegas.
Sandy a message. She's been messaging me, so I'm hoping, crossing fingers, that she's going to come on the show in the next few weeks. So we'll be discussing that in a moment. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Congratulations on the show again, and take it easy. See you later, everyone.
Thanks, Mark. Take care. And I'll definitely talk to you soon. All right. I'll message you soon. Take care, mate. Take care. Ciao. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mark Andrew. He was amazing. That was awesome. And Lisa had a very quick cameo there and disappeared. It's been an amazing show so far. It's been really, really good. You know, everyone's enjoying themselves. And I've had a great time. You know, I'm enjoying myself so far. So, and I'm loving this show so far. So, it's, yeah, amazing. So now, ladies and gentlemen, the next artist. We have got the next person tonight. This man here, I got to know him over the last few weeks. He won. Let me just change the background for you and I'll explain it to you in 1 second. You'll see the background change and you will love it. I know Kevin is actually on now. So, Quick Productions, and Elvis Presley Enterprises brought out an international ETA competition, online ETA competition, and it was 35 contestants from around the world, and we competed for the title of winning the festival, obviously, with a Lone Star Virtual online competition, which was the first one in the world, which is fantastic. Judges were Jeff Lewis. Jeff Lewis was a host as well. Kay Shannon was the judge, and Taylor Rodriguez. And you had surprise guests coming on. You had Cody Dianos, you had Donnie Edwards, you had Diogo Light, you had all these guys coming on, Ted Torres. You know, all these guys were coming on and performing as well and giving a show. So Cody performed, Taylor performed, you know, so it was fantastic. Now, we performed, basically very early start for us here. We performed and did 2 songs, then went down to the top 10, and the top 10 performed, and there was only 1 winner. Now, we've got the winner on the show today. His name's Andy King, Elvis tribute artist. So we're going to bring him on the show straight away. Legend, please welcome, and please, I need you to give a big round of applause to man himself, a winner of the online ETA competition, Mr. Andy King. Andy, welcome to the show.
Hello. Hey, how are you? Good to be here.
I'm very well, very well. Thank you so much for taking the time and coming on the show, and congratulations, and mass congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh, just how did it feel? Just, you know, where did, let me start from the beginning. Like, how long have you been performing for?
Well, I started 17 years ago, and as a professional, full-time ETA, at least about 8 years. I do competitions about 10 years, and it's my first place. So you can say it's 10 years.
Right. Okay. Worked hard to get there, mate. You worked hard to get there, which is great. So now you got invited to the competition. Now, when you got invited, what was your reaction to that? Like, being invited?
Well, it was different, you know. Nobody had an experience about how it works, about how to do it. And that was brand new for everyone. So the feelings were not that good, like on a stage.
Yeah.
But we were used to it. We did live feeds here, where I'm located here in Texas. And we started live feeds, live concerts, web concerts, virtual concerts. And so we knew a little bit how it works.
Yeah. So where's that accent from? Where are you originally from? Germany?
I'm from Germany, yeah, and yes, I made all the way from Germany to Texas in March for competitions and concerts, and then the virus came in, and everything was canceled here, and I found a home here at my manager's house. Let me introduce her.
Carmen.
Carmen,
Carmen's here.
Carmen is here.
Hello, Carmen.
Yeah.
Hi.
So
welcome
she
to the
gives
show.
me a home here in Texas, and yeah.
And putting to work, doing concerts 6 days a week.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he's made you proud, obviously, because he's won the Quick Productions online ETA competition.
Yes, very proud. Very tickled that he's going to Memphis.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so we heard the news only, I think it was the day before the show, the competition, that Elvis Presley Enterprises, which is right there, the logo is hidden behind my sign. Elvis Presley Enterprises sanctioned, obviously brought to you by Quick Productions, but Kevin Quick Production, Kevin Wick, should I say, amazing guy. That was brought to you by Elvis Presley Enterprises, sanctioned by them. Now, when we found out, how did you feel? Like, I was excited. I was like, wow, really?
Yeah, like this. It was just wow. And it's also the historic thing about it, you know. It's the first ever online virtual contest.
Yeah.
in history. So that's something very special for me.
Yeah, exactly. Legend, if you didn't see it, that was on May the 2nd and 3rd. Obviously, it was by, you had to pay to watch the show, obviously, and go onto a group. International Online ETA competition, May 2nd and 3rd. It was absolutely amazing. There was a couple of guys here from Australia, which myself, Brendan Chase, and Matt Burst, we performed. But there was a lot of performers, and it wasn't an easy competition. I must admit that. It was not easy. You know, it was absolutely amazing. So the first official online comp now. So when you found out, I've got a picture of your reaction. All right, so there's it right there.
Here I am again.
And you can see Carmen, your hands are up, you're losing it.
I was a little excited.
We were just happy, yeah.
We were so
just
happy.
Yeah, and the announcement was awesome. So when the announcement came, you guys went crazy, which is actually unbelievable. So, which is good, and it's great to see you going to represent the festival in Memphis as well. So is this your first time that you're in the big competition?
Yes.
Yeah. It will be my first time in Memphis. Yeah, right. And I'm really excited and looking forward to be there.
Yeah, wow. Well, hopefully I'll get to officially meet you in Memphis one day when I come down. And we'll get to have a coffee and so forth. So I'm getting to build a lot of friendships through this show, which is really good, which is fantastic. Now, Carmen, a question for yourself. Obviously, you're Andy's manager.
Right.
How has the coronavirus affected? Because I know you had a few plans for a couple of shows coming up as well, which is one I'm showing on screen now. Which is the Shake, Rattle and Roll. Yeah, the Elvis story. How has that affected everything?
It's affected us really bad, actually.
Yeah.
We had 5 shows here in the U.S., and I'm down to 2, trying to save the third one. The other 2 have canceled. We were to travel in July, end of July, to Germany. And this whole group was going to meet Andy in Germany and do a 5-week tour. And it's done.
Yeah.
So it's sad. Next year.
It is. Yeah, next year. That's right. Yeah, that advert there. I don't know if anyone can see it, but that's with Moses Snow as well.
Yes.
And hopefully one day, if I come over to before I go over the US, normally I try and arrange shows. So hopefully we can work together one day as well. So most definitely. So
that would be great.
Look forward to doing that. If you've got any questions, please put them up now for Andy. I will throw them at Andy. But Andy, can you do a song for us? Everyone wants to hear a song.
I will do a song. We are here in Texas, so I pick a country ballad for you, okay?
Yep.
It's called Honky Tonk Angel.
All right, take it away. It's all yours. All yours.
When was the last time you kissed me? And I don't mean to touch now and then. It's been a long time since you felt like my woman. Even longer since I felt like your man. So tell me if you think it's over, and I'll leave it up to you. I'm winning, 'cause if you don't want the love I can give you, well, there's a honky tonk angel who'll take me back in. You never look at me and say, I love you. How much more do you think I can say? Oh, there's some old friend out there, and she's waiting. Lord, she's happy, she's holding my hand. So tell me if you think it's over, and I'll leave it up to you how it ends. 'Cause if you don't want the love I can give you, well, there's a honky-tonk angel who'll take me back in. If there's a honky-tonk angel who'll take me back in. Yeah.
Wow, you have it's amazing voice, Andy. That's actually really mate. Pat my hat off to you. That's very well done. Very well done. No wonder now
Thank
I can
you so
see why
much.
you won. I really can. Fantastic. Look, we've got a few questions that have come through. Basically, let's have a look at the questions. Let's go through a few here. All right. So here we go.
Mhm.
Matt Burst has said, Stuey Vera, please pass on my personal congratulations to Andy and Carmen for me. So Matt Burst has said congratulations to you.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much.
All right.
That's very nice.
Kevin Wick's giving you a big round of applause as well.
Hey, Kevin. Good to see you here. See you.
Kevin's also turned and said, excited for Andy. He'll be a great representative, which is good.
Thank you so much. Great.
So you'll be a great representative. You can see you're very humble. You're very down to earth, and it's just absolutely fantastic to see, as well. So Scott Anderson has come on and said, what is Andy's favorite jumpsuit?
Oh, well, there are so many, really. I really like the what's it called? The easy styles, like the conchos or the chain suits. So 1970 Las Vegas, that's the way it is. That's my favorite ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big favorite on the two suits actually. The herringbone, the black herringbone. Love a black herringbone. And also love the fringe suit as well. Fringe suit's one of my favorites.
That's a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice suit. I'm actually looking at. I don't normally do jumpsuit, but I'm actually moving in the jumpsuit and getting a fringe suit. So maybe later date anyway. Nancy Durso-Tran has come and turned around and said, "Love when you sing country."
Thank you. Thank you. I really love country music, especially Elvis. And
you got it. Kevin has come on and said, "Is original sound on?"
Oh yeah.
Well, I hope so.
I think that's going to be an ongoing joke for a while.
It's going to be a joke.
Robin Fewgates has come in and said that he done Texas proud, which is great.
Rob?
A lot of so a lot of positive comments here, which is fantastic, and everyone's
Great,
saying. Sherry Hobbs has turned and said, "Is the dog real? Is it moving?"
No, the dog that's Roxy.
Yeah, that's Roxy over here.
She's part of our show.
Yeah,
That's
she
what
enjoys
she
it. Just laying down near the speakers and listening to Elvis music.
She does.
And she's alive. So don't worry.
Fantastic. Look, first and foremost, Roxy's relaxed Sandy's come up to said that. Truly a nice guy. Kathy's come in and said so. A lot of positive comments there, which is actually fantastic as well, Andy. Again, I want to say a massive congratulations to yourself for winning the Quick Productions online ETA competition and sanctioned by EPE as well.
Yeah. They did a great job. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been amazing, and you've been amazing as well. And thank you to Kevin for putting the festival on. And there's Andy King. There's Andy King's logo there. So if you get a chance to, I keep doing that. So there's Andy King's logo at the top. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to follow him on Facebook, please follow him on Facebook. Check out his page. Check out his work. Follow him in Memphis as well, and he's going to be absolutely amazing. You're going to do a great job. Andy, thank you so much for coming on the show and spending the time.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you, Carmen, as well. I know you're tipped in the corner there, so here she comes. There she is.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Carmen, and best of luck with it. And we'll definitely talk soon, later on as well about if I come to Memphis, we'll have a chat and we'll have a coffee and take it from there, definitely. All right?
Sounds good.
Sounds very good.
Lovely.
Thank you for
Thanks,
being your
guys.
guest and your fantastic show. It's great.
No worries at all. Thank you so much, Andy, and thank you so much, Carmen. Take care, guys. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the winner of the online ETA competition, Andy King, and his manager, Carmen, as well. Now, we're going to go in. Well, this comes to the end of the show, but before we do finish the show, I've got some major announcements. All right. Are you guys ready? Before we go into these major announcements, let me say that, remember, if you do want to donate towards the Friday Night Live show, here's the details, paypal.me/Friday Night Live show. We have sponsorship packages available to do advertising as well on the show, and also any donation does help. This show isn't easy on the pocket. Obviously, no one's working it. It's very, very hard out there. But if you can donate, it'll be very, very much appreciated. I'd love to upgrade lights and all that sort of thing. But, we're going to take this show a lot further. Andy, don't disappear. You wait there and I'll talk to you after the show. So, these are a couple of announcements that we're going to make now. 1 second. Yeah, I'm about to announce it now. You've got them ready? Yeah, just put them online for me if you can, please. All right, cool, excellent. Producers. All right, so have some fun. All right, so if you do want to donate towards the show, please donate. That's on paypal.me/Friday Night Live show. That'll be absolutely amazing if you can. Now, the announcements. Here we go. Future shows. Now, I'm excited for this, and you guys should be excited as well, all right? You need to share this. The adverts will be coming out very, very soon, and I will actually put out the adverts all in one lump, all right? All in one lot, all right? Next week, we have Ted Torres Martin and Bruno Nesci Di Bono, all right? We've got them live on the show, coming in to talk to us. That's on Friday the 15th of May. They are going to be live on the show. Ted Torres, amazing artist. Bruno, good friend of mine, hung out with him on the 40th anniversary of Elvis's death as well. Amazing guy. The next one, the week after that, that's taken me a while to get these guys, but, I've finally got them, which is fantastic. And I'm excited for this one. This is one of them I'm excited for. Mr. Chris Connor is going to be on the show. That's right. Mr. Chris Connor is going to be on the show on Friday, the 22nd of May, 2020. We've got another special guest that just to be advised. I will advise you, but I'm just waiting for the confirmation. But Chris Connor will be on the show live with his wife and manager, Lisa Connor as well, Lisa Pearl Connor. They are going to be on the show. I'm so looking forward to this. I confirmed it yesterday, and I'm just super excited. The next one I'm super excited for. And this is just giving me chills. And you guys need to share this and let everybody know. Cody Ray Slaughter is in the house. Cody Ray Slaughter is coming on the show on Friday, the 29th of May, 2020. And we've got another guest as well. So Cody Ray is going to be live on the show, chatting to me about his career, about winning a UETA and so forth. Oh man, what an artist. I cannot wait for that. So Friday, the 29th of May, Cody Ray Slaughter is going to be on the show. Man, I am super excited, all right? Now, the next one, all right, I confirmed it this morning. Only a few hours ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Diogo Light's going to be on the show. That's right, Friday the 5th of June, 2020. Diogo Light is coming on the show. We've got another special guest as well. We've got some amazing artists, guys. Amazing artists. So, let me recap on this. Next week, we've got Ted Torres Martin and Bruno Nesci. All right, Bruno Nesci Di Bono. Amazing guys. Great friends of mine. I'm excited for that. Ted Torres is amazing. Bruno's amazing. Amazing artists. Week after that, 22nd of May, we've got Chris Connor. Woo! Live on the show. And another special guest as well. Chris Connor, 22nd of May. After that, we have got Cody Ray Slaughter. Cody is in the house. That's right, he's coming on as well on the 29th of May. And a week after that, we've got Diogo Light. Now, these guys don't do many live feeds, but you know what? At the end of the day, they are coming on the show to chat to me about their careers and about everything that's going on. Man, you got to watch out the next few weeks. That is going to be some amazing shows. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for coming in and watching the Friday Night Live show with our special guest, Portia Griffin from Sweet Inspirations. Mark Andrew, a dedicated Elvis tribute artist and tribute artist in general. and also actor as well. We've had a fantastic Big Al and Margot from Big Al's Elvis World, and of course you just met him, Mr. Andy King, and his promoter and manager Carmen. Andy King won the online ETA competition as well. So, legend, once again, thank you so much for joining the show. I really do appreciate your time. Love to all. We'll see you next week with Ted Torres and Bruno Dineshi. Make sure adverts will be coming out very, very soon, so make sure you actually tune in. We'll see you guys soon. Mwah! Love to all. See you soon.